I'm happy that some people could make it here. I saw that the lunch is still ongoing, and I hope some more people will follow here. And thanks for the introduction. As you mentioned, my name is Michael Sturm. People are more used that people call me Mr. Michael in India, because otherwise I sound so Russian, and even when I'm a little bit pale in my face, I'm not Russian, I'm Austrian. Austria is the country between Switzerland and Germany, not the Australia, the one with the kangaroos. So I'm half Swiss, as I usually say, because I live so close to the border to Switzerland that I actually can walk into Switzerland. It's just 500 meters from my house. So when in the morning, when I'm not really awake, and I just walk in my garden and I forget to stop, after 500 meters I'm actually in Switzerland, which is great. I'm sure this will never happen to an Indian living next to the Pakistani border, because someone would actually stop you there. Okay, but I stopped making jokes now, because I think this is one of the reasons why I moved now to this smaller stage here, because my jokes are so terribly bad. No, this was again a bad one. But I was thinking about it, and while I did the preparation to this speech today, I'm here now the 5th year. So I was participant and speaker at ADTECH Daily 1, and now it's ADTECH Daily 5. And every year we have really hot topics. We have these buzzwords that are going around. I'm sure you joined a lot of sessions out there, and everyone was talking about native. Native here, native there, native all over the world, native only in India. Can Indians do native? No, they can't. Yeah, of course they can. Okay, what's about native? Last year, everybody was talking about RGB, programmatic. We need to do bidding. Okay. The year back, everyone talked about big data. I mean, I'm big, but what happened to big data there? 5 years back was my first speech here. I talked about content is the king. What's happening now? Are we back 5 years back now? Because we're talking about editorials again. So what's happening? This gave me the idea. I would love to show you 5 slides from my presentation last year about my predictions I made for this year, and then we can see if this really happened. Next year, I promise you I'll come back again. Then I show you the predictions I made for 2016, and then we check if this really happened. I don't know. And as I'm not really the expert in native, I invited a good friend of mine, Karan Gupta. He's an expert in native. He will tell you the predictions about native for 2016 and 2017, and then next year I can make a joke if they came true or not. Okay. So, first thing I would love to start, this is what my company really also wants me to do. I work for AOL platforms. I'm not sure. AOL is always the confusing stuff, you know? You hear about AOL is dying, AOL is out of business, AOL comes back. What is AOL platforms? So I'm really proud to tell you we're still alive, as you see. I'm living, I'm walking, I'm talking, jumping and joking. And I work for a company which was acquired by AOL 8 years back. The name is ADTECH. It has the same name like the show here, but we are totally not related. We are on the market now since 17 years, and we are happy that the show copied our name. Because this always brings us a lot of traffic to our booth, because people come there and say, hey, can you tell me where the toilets are? I would love to book a stall for the next year. Can I do this now? We are collecting the money. The stall is not reserved, but it works out for us. So, as I mentioned, we are in the business now since 17 years. We have been founded in Germany, so we are still a Germany headquartered company. We are doing ad serving. Stupid, boring ad serving. So we deliver ads, display, mobile, rich media, video, everything. And I think that's enough to know about what we are doing. Let's concentrate a little bit on the topics we have here. And I would just love to start with this fancy thingy here. We all know it as a smartphone. And I just want to see, how can a smartphone change the digital ecosystem? Does it really change it? Or is it just a stupid device? In my eyes, it's not a stupid device, because when this one dies, I'm dead as well. I'm usually late for planes and flights. I really have the opportunity to fly a lot. Last year I counted 112 flights in my schedule, which is maybe a little bit too much, so I tried to do less this year. And I'm sometimes late at the airport, so I rushed to the airport again, parked my car, hopped out of the car and slammed my door, and it didn't close. Shit, okay. So I looked, is there anything blocking the door? No, it wasn't. So I took it again and slammed it again with much more force. And then I had it, and then it looked like the iPhone, you know? It was bent. It was curved, you know? And it didn't work anymore, which was really bad because my flight ticket was on there, my next meetings have been on there, my hotel reservation was there, and usually as I never print it out, and I couldn't even call, then my flight was delayed. I couldn't call the people for meeting, hey, I'm late, because they didn't have their details on it. So this was really a nightmare trip for me. So what happens with our smartphones in our life? Oops, sorry. Okay, let's go here. A smart guy, also a German one. By the way, I'm not German, I'm Austrian, and I'm really proud of this. You know the difference between Austrians and Germans? No? You know Schwarzenegger? You know Angela Merkel? She's the Prime Minister of Germany. She's tall like this and very... And Schwarzenegger is, you know? No. We always say we are the better Germans, but this guy said, everything analog goes digital. Okay, that's nothing really good. And everything digital goes mobile, which is an interesting sentence. Let's look into one prediction again. So, we are totally transforming into digital. Why? How? If you look back, yesterday, it's always when I tell my kids, you know, when I was young, I didn't have a smartphone to call my friends. We just arranged in school, hey, we meet again at 2 o'clock and play football together, and then we just looked who shows up. Today, my son goes home, asks my mother, hey mom, am I allowed to go playing football at 2? Oh no, you need to learn first. Call your guys that you can only make it at 3 o'clock. Then the mother calls the other mother, and the mother calls. So you know, it's difficult to arrange meetings today. It doesn't get simpler. We just did it. We just went there and did it. And we only had a TV, print, radio, and out-of-home advertising. Today, it's a little bit better. We have TV, we have online, we have mobiles, radio, but still everything is an own device. Tomorrow, what we are predicting is only screens exist, you know, big screens, small screens, medium-sized screens, which can do everything. But I still believe in reality, we will still have a TV set at home. I will never give away my radio. I need the radio next to my bed. I don't want a tablet playing music before I fall asleep. I need a radio. I need an alarm clock, not this stupid device, because when I forget to charge it, it doesn't wake me up. Etc., etc. So I think this will be the future. Tomorrow, in reality, we have screens which deliver messages which entertain us. The next prediction, smartphones will be the most used device on the internet. I think that's not a prediction, that's already reality. I think everyone, we are using this thingy just to go online, to use it for our daily life. Smartphones lead us to connect everything in the future. You know these super duper apps where you can steer your TV set from your as a remote control, and there are much more things happening with this. And smartphones will also bring a change in how we advertise cross how do you call it? Not cross device, cross media. Media is the word. We're talking about media, I always forget it. Cross media. Let me give you a smart example from Israel. Just a short example. You see? This in combination with a newspaper. Newspaper ads don't need to be boring, they can be interactive. We just need to use our knowledge, our technology is smart. So, okay. I think we can all agree that the future is somehow mobile. We all can't live without a mobile device. So, now let's look what the headline of our conversation here says again, programmatic technologies. You know, last year everyone talked about programmatic. What happened to programmatic? What's happening on programmatic? It's still rumors because I'm not sure if it's reality, so I still call it RTB rumors. By the way, is everyone aware about the difference of programmatic and RTB? No? Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, RTB is the same stuff we do on eBay. Are there people here who are buying stuff on eBay? Okay, one is good. Normally it's 0. Because you know, when, I think it's 12 years back or 10 years back, when eBay came to the market, everyone said, oh, that's the future of online buying, everyone will bid. And this will also transfer to the real world. You go into a supermarket and bid for your sandwich. Huh? I want to buy a sandwich, I want to eat a sandwich, I don't want to bid on a sandwich. Give me this sandwich. So, okay, bidding, it's real-time bidding. The whole world talks about real-time bidding, so all we do is we bid on empty ad spots and the highest bid wins. Quite simple. So, what is programmatic? Programmatic is now that we automate all these processes, that we stop from doing manual processes, because that's the most stupid thing in our industry. Go to an agency, not only agency, go to a publisher, into their sales department, ad ops department. The most important device there is still the fax machine, because they need a signed I/O coming out of this stupid old fax machine. And then someone takes this paper, hoping he can read it, if there's enough ink in the machine, and then he sits in front of his computers and he says, is it now 15 million or 16 million the client booked? Oh, let's do 15. So then someone starts typing this in the system, then calling another guy, hey, I need the creatives, send the creatives. It's already 7 o'clock in the evening, calm down, I need 1 more hour. So, and this is how it works. I mean, in our industry, that's not good. So this is why we all talk about programmatic, automizing processes. And RTB is just a way how we buy and acquire ad spots. And here it says RTB will double in volume. I'm not sure. I was invited to a conference in Munich last year, and there was a guy on stage. He said, if you look into the top 100 publishers in Germany, only in Germany, and if you look into the volumes we are doing through RTB, all RTB traffic across Germany wouldn't make it under the top 100 publishers. And now I'm looking into a room filled with 500 people who come here to talk about a topic which is not relevant on the market because it's not even in the top 100 traffic-wise. So there must be a future perspective in it. And I think the traffic doubled more or less. Another problem, we have more supply than demand. Everyone who is using RTB systems, marketplaces, exchanges, they all, hey, the fill rate could be much better. But just start thinking, there's so much traffic out there that's impossible to monetize. It's just impossible. Another fact, or is it a rumor, does RTB kill creativity? I mean, think back 4 years. Everyone was talking premium, more premium. We need to go back to bigger formats, rising stars. You know rising stars? These fancy, big, rich media formats where you can have videos in their picture galleries. And now go to an RTB system, tell them, hey, I would love to deliver a portrait ad. 300 per 1050. And they say, sorry, we can't. You can deliver us a full-size banner, a skyscraper, a medium rectangle. Please do it in there. So we are limited somehow, but this will change hopefully. And as I said, RTB is not programmatic. RTB is not programmatic. You can make your processes programmatic. And is display RTB really different to mobile RTB? Or is it the same? What happens there? How it really works. I mean, in reality it is, we just deliver cross devices. We just deliver across the screens. This is what I said at the beginning. We have a big screen, a medium-sized screen, and a small screen. This is how it ideally would look like from a technical perspective. Everyone is talking about the ad server is dead. Yeah, it is not. The ad server is not dead. Even when our booth is black, and it looks like that we are a little bit morbid, but it's actually not. The ad server will always be the central engine for decisioning and delivering ads. What you need to do business, you need to integrate a real-time bidder into your ad server in the core of this ad serving system. This is what we call holistic. I'm sure you all heard about holistic. Holistic here, holistic there. No one talks about holistic this year, but last year we all talked about holistic. And then you can connect SSPs, DSPs, ad exchanges, and the central decisioning engine can make smart decisions which campaign should be delivered. You all know this traffic layer prioritization, you know? We have here exclusive premium campaigns which we don't touch. We don't touch this. Then we have guaranteed branded campaigns, and this goes down to the remnant, which we, do something with this. I don't want to name it. So what a really good engine is doing, a decisioning engine, plugs in your SSPs and DSPs and competes against your own booked campaigns, your own sold campaigns. And this only works when the bidder and the ad server is the same, is one central decisioning engine. So what could happen there? Let's say you sold a campaign to BMW for $20 CPM. Is this realistic here? It's a really good campaign. So they really want to get it delivered, and they book, let's say, 20 million ads for this campaign directly on your website. And now there's one RTB system outside who says, hey, I would have a data campaign for 25. Okay, that's not reality, but let's say for 25 CPM. Normally you would say, take this one. But a central decisioning engine would look into how much inventory do I have left? Can I really deliver this campaign without risking to lose the goal out of my direct sold campaign? Because my direct sold campaign, where I have a direct relationship with an agency, with an advertiser, it's much more worth than risking this relationship, because BMW will come back to me in 2 months again and say, hey, have the next campaign, have the next campaign, have the next campaign. So we need to estimate these direct relationships. Therefore, if your inventory management system can tell you, hey, I still have 40 million left, so no problem, take the higher paid campaign, then we will deliver it. If the system says, it's very close, we only have 25 million left, so maybe if there's a dump in traffic, or it could be risky not to reach the goal of your direct sold campaign, then we wouldn't take it. This is how you smartly would optimize your yield. But this only works when you really have this holistic piece there. So, okay, we don't need to talk about that RTB is on the rise, mobile is blah, blah, blah. Let's skip this. These are the slides I used yesterday. Yesterday I put it in, so I used last year. I said 2015 will be the year of machines in advertising. So I predicted last year, because everyone talked about RTB and programmatic, that this year we will all run programmatic. When I look into your faces, we don't really believe the fax machine is still there. So would you give me your fax machine, or would your business die then? You keep it. Okay. Another one. Open ecosystems win. So that means if you have a closed ecosystem and you can't integrate with others, you will be out of business very soon. I think this prediction, I think we can keep this up. This will also last for the next few years. You need to be open, you need to have APIs to be able to connect to other systems. Otherwise, you are in a niche, you have a standalone product and you can't make business. you're not open for programmatic. Mobile drives the transactions. I think, yeah, this happens. Maybe not everywhere in the world, but it's coming up. I love this picture. It's from South Korea. Korea, they are really advanced. You know, you go into shops, you scan the barcode, and then you just give them the number of the goods you would love, and they deliver it home. You can even do it in subway stations. This is amazing, you know? People are waiting for the subway there. You stand there, and there's a big wall behind with product pictures and barcodes. You go there, you scan them, dang, 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 dang. You see all the people standing there, bang, bang, bang. And then you say, okay, deliver home. And once you reach home, your goods are already there. It's delivered. It's in front of your door. That's amazing. In my eyes, it's amazing. I'm not sure how you see it. Okay, it loses the charm of going into a supermarket, being bunched and crashed by other people. Yeah, and nasty children are there. Mom, I would like this lollipop. You miss this shopping experience a little bit. Premium gets more premium. Yeah, this is also what we talk. Premium is getting more premium. What's more premium? I predicted that we will get back to these really big, fancy rising stars. We will have much more bigger ads. I see them sometimes, but I don't think it's really got reality. Maybe I was too early with this prediction. And this year we talk about native. So, native here, native there. What is native? I think this graph shows it quite simple. We have a display ad here. Everybody's talking about banner blindness. No one really sees that. And now we move our ad downwards here. It looks like content, and this should work out. I think we had this already 12 years back now with Google text links and some other fancy stuff, and 5 years back with content is the king, and now it comes back again. So maybe I predict now it comes back every 5 years. I don't know. Let's see. But that's Karan's expertise then. But what's the holy truth? Native ads are on the rise. And there's something I strongly believe in. On mobile devices, native is the only solution for the next few weeks, months, that will really work out. Because these small banners you have there, where the clicks only happen on incident because everybody wants just to go away, you stupid banner, go away. How can I make it go away? And then everyone clicks, and then they have click-through rates of 5% and nothing happens. But with a native ad, I think this could be a smart solution of also bringing awareness and performance onto mobile ads, and finally start also monetizing mobile traffic. Because when I look into our ad server, I also see how much inventory our publishers are monetizing. And it's sad to say that on mobile devices, 85% of traffic globally is not monetized. So there's a big room for a good solution that we can get this monetized. Yeah, here's some numbers about mobile consumers. I think we can skip this. Mobile in Asia, I think we don't need to talk about. Mobile is on the rise. Just when you look into this beautiful India here, I think we have 100 million people going online through desktop devices. They have some kind of landlines when someone doesn't steal the cable overnight. So there is an opportunity of going live via landline, but we have 800 million mobile subscribers. I think it's more? It's 300 million now. Okay, sorry. 300 million on desktop and 800 million possible on mobile. So there is still room to expand. So we have a big growth potential there. And if you look how the traffic is shared, this graph is a little bit, yeah, I hope you can see it. The dark blue ones showing the amount of desktop users, landline users in the country. So you see in North Korea it's 90%. Only 10% have a mobile phone there, or are allowed to have a mobile phone. The global average is 63 to 31%. And when you look here into some Asian countries, like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, in Indonesia we already have more mobile traffic than desktop traffic. So you see there's a slight tendency that mobile will really takes over. and that we just use this device here. And this was already my last slide, and I would like to hand over to Karan Gupta to tell you a little bit more about native, and if you have some questions, maybe we can answer them both after the session. Thanks a lot.
Is everyone still awake? I think my jokes are as bad. So Michael shared a lot of insights on, what's happening in the mobile space, what AOL, ADTECH, different businesses are doing, the stats on Asia, programmatic, RTB, some concepts. We touched upon native. So what I'm going to do is just very briefly speak a little bit more about native in terms of native rendition, what native really means, who we're talking to, who the users today, and I'll end with a small example of the world we live in the programmatic world that we live in. So, sorry, it's an old slide. So today's user, is not really linked to one particular device. We're talking about users who are, not on just one device, which is desktop or one mobile phone or one tablet. It's basically someone using multiple devices. So there's different ways of reaching those users. There's different devices that you have to reach them on. And today's time is about millennials. So millennials basically are the guys who were born these people, and we're going to figure out how to show more ads, better ads, and native ads. So just to quickly touch upon how native advertising is making headlines. It's something that everyone's talking about. There's a lot of chatter, not only in markets like India and Asia, even in the West. It's still a problem that's not fully solved. People are still trying to figure out scale, standards. There are a lot of different renditions of native. So I'm just going to quickly touch upon what different types of native formats exist. What are people doing in mobile? The large companies like Twitter, Facebook, who are mobile first businesses, they've invested heavily and their business is growing because of mobile in a big way. 85% growth for Twitter, 66% for Facebook in terms of revenue, especially after they forayed into the advertising business a couple of years back, but now with the ad exchange. So, quick slide to summarize native, and I could be wrong in some places, so just bear with me. So there's recommendation widgets, guys like Outbrain, Taboola, Discus, Gravity. They do content recommendation, content marketing. So guys who want to spend money in publishing their content, market their content, they go to companies like Taboola or Outbrain, who are have widgets on pages which are running these different articles which can recommend content. In feed units, large publishers like Facebook, Yahoo, Forbes, they basically run in feed units. It's all immersed in the content. The content has these units which showcase different formats, which are ads, customized ads, which look very similar to content. The other one is in-ad. So basically, the ad format itself is within a space of an ad spot, but the rendition is very native in nature. And the last one is visual ads. So there are companies like GumGum, Triple Lift, which are changing the way native is looked at. It's not really custom creative, it's not custom content oriented, but what the difference here is that the placement is native. The placement is native in nature, where the pages, where the content displays, publishers can use different ad units which look like content, but they're not really customized, or they're basically ads. It's just about the placement being native in nature. So for example, GumGum is a business that does in-image advertising. The ads show up as overlay ads on images on different websites. An example here, so a native format is like the one here with Spark and the one by Capital One. So it's customized to look like as if it's content on the page itself. The other ad is obviously Facebook, which is suggested posts. It's very, very active product for Facebook, which a lot of people are using to run advertising, native advertising, which looks as if it's a part of the regular posts that people are putting up. So brands are using this to put up suggested posts and get more traction for their campaigns. Few other examples like inline, which is basically ads that show up within content. So it's like the native placements, in read. It's different examples. Like you could have custom formats. Native could be either a custom creative on the page with where content exists. It could be a custom implementation in terms of ad spot, but it all serves as standard IAB sizes and non-standard IAB sizes both. Everyone's trying to still figure out how to bring standardization right from the brand agency side from a creative perspective to the publisher side from an implementation perspective as well. And obviously, of course, the ad tech guys in the middle who are trying to figure the match to deliver this format. So native has gone programmatic. That all the ad spots, all the different businesses that are implementing these native ads are now allowing people to buy them via RTB. Facebook, Twitter, all of them are allowing you to go to their systems, go to their platform, and bid for an impression and run a native ad. Yahoo also now, after launching their native platform. And as Michael also pointed out, the conversion, the entire effect of native ads versus display and other formats is a lot more effective. It delivers at least a 6x higher goal. So I'm going to just show you one example of what really programmatic does in our day-to-day life. So this example basically talks about New Balance as a brand, which is going to market to someone in action using data, using programmatic, using native, using multiple platforms. So let's talk about someone who goes for a run every day. I don't look like someone who does that, but in this case, let's say there's a girl who goes for a run. She basically has an app tracking everything, her performance, her steps, and all of that stuff. And the app gives her data. That app keeps data within it, and it stores that data. She's on her way to work. That data is used by ad companies, by technology companies, to offer advertisers, to target ads, offer different products or marketing campaigns. She uses Google Glass, and she wants to buy new shoes. So she starts searching for new shoes on Google. She's in the taxi, and on her screen she sees that New Balance is offering shoes, which is built for speed. It's a very custom ad, which is very tailored to show her the ad after she's finished her run in the morning, and she could have performed much better wearing these shoes. On the billboard, she sees another ad, which is the lightest shoes offered by New Balance. That same screen would be talking to her. It's another screen. It talks to her and tells her that, hey, listen, there's another shoe. This is a new model. It could be possibly the same, probably even the same shoe that she saw in the taxi when she was on her way to work. And when she was on Facebook, when she was just chilling at work, just taking some time out, Facebook targets her, right? So the New Balance uses Facebook Exchange, maybe the app, maybe the app of Facebook app, or on desktop or on mobile phone. It could be a sponsored post. It could be a Facebook ad, and Facebook basically through Facebook, New Balance shows her an ad, and then there's a promoted tweet while she's checking her timeline, right? So she sees a New Balance tweet which says, hey, listen, this is a new shoe. It's light. It's awesome. And she gets prompted to go to newbalance.com and literally buy that shoe. So the entire life cycle of someone who's been running in the morning and has actually purchased this New Balance shoe has been done programmatically and, of course, delivered by Amazon with the drone. Yeah. So the entire idea here is that someone is being spoken to. The format could be native. It could, and the format could be very custom. It's a cross screen. With mobile being at the forefront of the entire ad technology, being the actual device which is making headway in different other devices also, like tablets or billboards or taxi screens. All these different devices cumulatively are all actually screens. It could be an iWatch, it could be wearable, it could be anything. Your fridge could be a screen tomorrow, right? So the fact is that in our world, programmatic is something that will be talking to all the millennials, the youth, the tomorrow's user, right? And that's going to happen with very immersive experiences, ad experiences, and immersive is native. It's basically native technically is it's about how you can make my experience a lot closer to my day-to-day life, right? A little bit about what our business is. So we're an on-demand native ad marketplace. We're not very old. It's just been a couple of months we've launched this business. We're going to be serving exclusive ad formats on multiple devices, different renditions of native, right from within content pages, within images, within photo galleries. It could be mobile, it could be app, it could be desktop, it could be any device. And this is all going to be set up only on a programmatic channel. It's going to be on large exchanges, platforms like Google Ad Exchange, AdTech Marketplace, AppNexus, different platforms where brands can buy native ads on different placements on pages across premium publishers around the world. Right, thanks.
Thank you, Karan. Maybe we just stay if there are some questions out of the audience. If not, I think we did a good job then. Okay.
Michael, this is about the part of content in native, and as you said, content is king. I met someone from Times Now the other day, and he's like, content is no more king, it's controversy which is the king. And content is the new queen, maybe. But when we talk about native, we talk about content, people get confused, and everybody has their own ways that it's going to be the publisher, the people who are producing content as advertisers, or it's going to be the advertisers, and actually they're both. Everybody's right there. It's various ad formats. What do you see which will be the bigger kicker? The content advertisers or the non-content, like the actual, like the real advertisers? I won't call them real, but yeah, because the content and the non-content advertisers. What do you see will be the big kicker, or what's your prediction?
My prediction that will not come true, probably. I still believe that in a good content environment, when you place the right ad fitting to the content, you have the audience you would love to reach. I mean, always a stupid example of mine, when you go on a motorsports page, and I'm a Formula One maniac. I'm not really a fan of Force India, but I'm from Austria, so apologize, I'm a Red Bull fan. And if someone offers me a travel to the Red Bull ring in Austria, I go there, and I was there last year. So this is a content that matches. And when I get a native ad there, which gives me some more information of, hey, have you ever thought about Red Bull ring in Austria? You have this, you can have this. So this really points out to me. This attracts me. I will never book a Formula One travel to any course worldwide on a fashion page, because I'm not going on fashion pages. So I still believe it's the environment and it's the quality of the ad that will survive. I'm not really a big fan of contextual targetings. I know I mentioned it yesterday, because sometimes when you scroll to keywords can be totally misleading. Bad example again, airplane crash, Malaysia, Malaysian Airlines top quality prices. Maybe not what we want to see. So therefore, I still believe content, good quality content, addressing the right audiences with a good informative ad format. It can be a native ad format, but I still also believe that there are some banner formats where you can, which will work out in the right content environment. Okay, so thanks for your attention and thanks for joining us, and have fun at the show and don't miss your flights back. It's already 2:45.